The Murph and Andy Show is brought to you in part by Ramsey Subaru, home of the toughest, most reliable cars in the world and the people who back them up, on Hickman Road in Urbandale.
Attention all campers.
Keith Murphy.
What I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career.
Andy Fales.
I'm telling you straight, it's my way or the highway.
Powered by AD.
Just a bit outside.
Murph and Andy. Live and on demand across Iowa everywhere from the Channel Seed Studios. Murph and Andy. Connected by Cellular Advantage.
It is Murph and Andy on a fun Friday. Glad to be with you. Andrew Downs is on vacation, so Matt Van Winkle is in for AD today.
What's up, boys? Happy Friday. It's a good Friday.
What's up, Van Winks? It's good to have you with us. Have you ever done something like this before?
Oh, yeah. I've been
You've been on every show at
for
some
sure.
point, I think. Yeah.
Let's have a fun Friday.
It is a fun Friday. It is also a state championship Friday. Number 1 Dowling Catholic plays Iowa City Liberty tonight. And Andy, did you know MMCRU won a state championship just yesterday?
Tell me who that is exactly.
MMCRU?
Yeah, McCrew.
Well, I think most people know it as the high school whose games are called by the legend himself, Zip Rizzo. You know Zip Rizzo, of course.
Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Remsen Union.
Yeah.
They keep adding towns to this little high school.
I think you missed Leghorn, but that's okay.
Yeah, how could I do that? Yeah. But where's the L? And I think maybe Leghorn's out.
It's a silent L.
It's a silent L. That's right. They have that in some languages. Yep, that's right.
We're proud of this, thanks to IHSAA and IPTV. We have a Murph and Andy exclusive. We have the call of the state championship game, some of the highlights as MMCRU wins the title. Here is the one and only Zip Rizzo.
Zip Rizzo back here at the Unadome, where your Marcus, Meriden, Cleghorn, Leghorn, non-binary Royals are closing in on history. Corbin Chesterfield just took a knee, and that's it. That should do it. Wait a second. Clock stopped at 27 clicks. Oh, there's a timeout by St. Angus. You know, that coach is a bad seed, I tell you. I saw that bird getting off the bus this morning. I said hi, and all he did was nod. Didn't even smile or mouth a hello. Just kept walking like a damn hoodlum. And they just added 6 clicks to the clock. 33 seconds left. It's 30-17. I haven't seen this kind of scoring since my cousin Edward got the nickname the three-legged stool. God rest his soul. They couldn't close his casket, so they had to cremate him. Well, here we go. This should do it. They ain't got no timeouts left, so there it is. The old Panhead restaurant's gonna be open late tonight. Marcus Meriden, Cleghorn, Leghorn is a state champion. Look at Coach Goldenblatt. He can't contain himself. I can't either. I tell you, I haven't been this happy since I got that self-emptying colostomy bag from Leghorn Pharmaceuticals. Leghorn Pharmaceuticals, trusted to enter bodies since 1937. We're back to recap it in 20 clicks.
Fantastic. There's only one Zip Rizzo.
There's a lot to unpack in that call there. I'm gonna have to go back
unlike
and
any other.
take another listen to that. He's still going though. I mean, jeez.
Yeah.
This is
I think it's 60 years maybe now.
60 years on the air.
Yeah, and when he started, it was one town, and now it's like 7.
Which town was it?
Marcus? I don't know.
Well, just because that's first in the title.
That's my best guess. You're not going to hear this kind of call from Mark Almadeo tonight on the Dowling Catholic game. It'll be different.
That is a long drive from the Marcus Meriden, Cleghorn, Leghorn area of Iowa. That's north of Sioux City, way up in the northwestern corner, those tiny little towns over there. You make your way, all the way down Highway 20 and then drive east until you pass out. That is such a long drive on that high. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, and then you got to drive all the way home. But when you win a state title,
congratulations, Royals.
It doesn't take long. Yeah. Congratulations to them. That's great. The non-binary Royals, whatever the hell that means.
Whatever that means. That was awesome. Andy, this is my final Friday at WHO 13 until next football season.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to really
no.
on us here. Yeah. Okay.
Go back the split days off and next week and with Thanksgiving and get back on a regular schedule because these shows
schedule.
These shows are more fun for me on Friday when I'm not going straight over to work and see you in the hoodie and the hat. You're usually having a confluence.
Cracking the confluence beer. I thought about, not doing that today because it kind of makes you feel bad when I do that. I'm going to do it anyway, but I did feel a little bit bad.
But thank you for the momentary thought of being sensitive.
Crossed my mind.
The Guest House Tavern and Oyster in West Des Moines sets the table for sports and more. It includes, you already heard, the legendary Zip Rizzo. I didn't feel like we could wait for that. I felt like we needed to get that done right off the top, and we did. Also, students, free beer, and Squatty Potty review as part of Scott Sipker's Scott School and the More segment. That is all coming up. Guest House Tavern has nightly specials, including tonight's Surf and Turf, the Friday Surf and Turf.
Should we point out that it is Guest House Tavern season right now, where it feels so good to go in there. They got the fireplace kicking, the lodge, the warm wood. It's and then just the comfort food. So, what a great place to take the old lady out to tonight.
They have a patio. But
they've got a patio.
This isn't the time of year.
No, you want to go.
Patio.
I mean, look at that. She's wearing like the brownie paper towel guy.
Last Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. Look at that. I mean,
that gnocchi. So good.
Oh my God. That's the kind of food that just goes so well with this kind of weather. That Northwood charcuterie tray over there.
I'm a big fan of the poutine because if you eat poutine, you don't have to eat again for like 3 days. It's a fact.
Yeah, and the raw oysters, Murph won't mention those, but I
do like the
amazing. Look at now that's a Wisconsin old fashioned, and it comes with a pull tab card. There.
As it should.
As it should. Yeah, if it's going to be the real deal.
Just makes sense. All right, high or low since the last show.
Presented by Wealth Charter Retirement Planning and Tax.
Tim Hawkins has a lot to say right now about what's going on with the stock market and all that kind of stuff. And he sent me a really long text. I'm going to apologize. I have not had time to read through the entire thing. But that's the thing with Tim Hawkins at Wealth Charter. He is always on top of the latest trends, the latest information, the latest moves to get your retirement portfolio in its best position possible. I'm going to go through that, and we'll talk about that a little bit next week. But you can find them at Wealth Charter Retirement. Great place to just take your mind off your money and all that stuff. You have the dogs barking in the background.
Dogs barking my house, your house, or
no,
Matt's
it's my house. Yeah, the mailman is coming.
Well, that's your house. Okay.
Yeah.
I can hear it in my ears, but I'm not sure where it's coming.
If you have a corgi, you're used to just constant barking because he hears everything with those giant satellite dish ears. And then
got the full 5G going.
He may also just be wanting to chime in on Wealth Charter Retirement. But anyway, you find them at wealthcharterretirement.com. I'm going high today. I was in a hot tub.
Jeez, are you making your own bubbles here?
No, I'm not. I have hot tub hair right now, as you can see. But oh my God. Chad Higgins tuned it up this week, and it felt so good. I swear to God, I was in there and I was thinking about how I could maybe just stay in there the rest of the day. I didn't want to get out. It felt so good. And this hot tub, I got it from WCI Pools and Spas a number of years ago. So they have way more advanced versions now. But man, there's just like these 3 different zones you can sit in, like the oscillating jets. Just like they get like your lower back where it's always kind of hurting, when you get to a certain age, and then the upper corners of your back. So good. I get in there and I chuck my shorts. If I'm in there by myself, I get in there naked. Because you
need to be careful in there. Make sure you're.
No, there's no jets that are in that spot.
Well, I'm not talking about that. I just mean, don't get too comfortable. Jim
It's like
Morrison,
a big bathtub.
Whitney Houston, the Cranberries lead singer. You did.
You like passing out or something in there?
Yeah.
No.
Mind your P's and Q's.
No, I had to get out so I could do this show. But man, it felt so good. With like when it's kind of cold outside and then it's 98 degrees inside. Oh my God, it feels amazing.
Why is your hair in this photo of you in the hot tub? Your hair looks pretty much black, and then over here in the live photo, it almost looks like you've dusted in gray highlights for a community theater play.
I don't know. It's these lights here that make my hair look so gray, and then I go out on the WHO 13 set, and it doesn't look anywhere near this gray, right? Those are broadcast lights. It doesn't look. I don't know. It's an optical illusion. My hair isn't this gray. Clearly there is quite a bit of gray in it, but it's just weird.
Is it trading places
it's the stress of having to leave the hot tub, as Skilly is saying here.
Is it trading places like, man, we want a jacuzzi, we had a fart in the tub.
Oh man, jacuzzi, man, you ain't go to jacuzzi, nobody. Yeah. Oh, bubbles, man. We on bubbles when I was a kid. We had a fart in the tub.
That looks relaxing.
God, it felt so good. I can't wait to get back in there.
I'm going the rare low for a Friday, and it's just learning that Mike Loss is being retired, pushed out, forced out, fired, however you want to say it, laid off at the Cedar Rapids Gazette after decades of excellent sports writing. And Mike is one of those guys. He's a quirky guy. He's funny. He's always welcoming. He welcomes when you're a new guy on the scene. He was always a guy that would call you over, talk to you, make you feel welcome. Was never territorial about newspapers versus television or this newspaper versus that newspaper. He was welcoming to everybody. I always look forward to seeing him. He was a pleasure. He stood up. He even stood up for reporters at press conferences. I think most of us can remember when Fran McCaffrey snapped at a reporter, young reporter. Might have even been Michael Admire who asked the question.
Might have even been more than once.
Yeah, it might have been more than once too. But remember Mike immediately piping in because Fran said something about being a ridiculous question or
why
a
is that a
stupid
ridiculous question?
Ask an intelligent question. Was that what it was?
Whatever. Yeah, something. It might have been that time, but Mike was right there immediately. Like, why is that a ridiculous question? Why is that a bad question? We just followed up right away. That's standing up for somebody else, especially I think it was somebody younger and new. But beyond all that, Mike just consistently wrote thought-provoking, good columns. You might agree, you might disagree with a particular position he had, but he always told you what he thought, and he did it without attacking anybody personally or being unfair. He offered opinions, he offered his thoughts, and he gave you something to think about. And there's just no way to say the Cedar Rapids Gazette just got better. It got worse. It did. When you force out someone of Mike's experience and skill, you weaken your newspaper or whatever it's called these days, online presence, whatever. there's no way to say the Cedar Rapids Gazette just got better. So it's unfortunate. They're under new ownership. This happens often where the more experienced, higher paid people often are pushed out, and that's what's happening.
Ownership doesn't live in Cedar Rapids, and they don't know Mike's presence there. They don't know the connection that he has, and they don't care. They just see him as a number. He makes this salary, and we don't want to pay that salary anymore. We want to pay somebody less, or we want to eliminate the position altogether, which happens
it could
all
just
the
be
time.
a cutback, and it happens across all professions.
Right,
not
but what
just
they're doing is making
media.
themselves more disposable, less important to their readership base. They're giving giving them another reason, because they've been doing this for a long time. They've already given them a bunch of reasons to stop reading, to stop caring about what the Cedar Rapids Gazette has to say, and now they're giving them another one. And for the readers of the sports content, this will be the biggest reason, because he is a unique voice that cannot be replicated. He won't be replaced. When you are, that's something unique, and that's what these newspapers, radio stations, television stations, magazines, all media is looking for unique voices, unique takes.
Yeah,
ones that
he's
come
quirky.
up with.
You know him, Mike Collum.
He comes up with original content. I mean, you can have anybody write a story about the game.
He goes
Anybody
at
can
it
do
from
that.
his own angle, and you can tell. Like, you could read one of his columns and say, "That's Mike Loss." He has a particular voice.
Yeah, and that readership base has a relationship with Mike Loss. They know him. They trust him, or maybe they don't like him and they still read him anyway. They want to know what he thinks about something, or they want to see his take, and they've gotten to know him over many years. And so when he says certain things, they can hearken back to a time where he said something similar to that years ago, and they remember
Right.
that because they've got a relationship with him.
Right.
And I mean, the more these conglomerates keep eliminating these seasoned, trusted, well-versed voices, the more they give people a reason to not use them anymore, to not tune in anymore, to not care anymore, to continue this this onward progression toward a world where we just don't cover things anymore, right? I mean, the events are still going to happen, the news is still going to come in, but when you have these faceless, personalityless entities providing that coverage, people don't have the same relationship. And this is, Mike Loss, and I remember they did this with Ron Steele too at KWWL in Cedar Rapids, or in Waterloo rather.
He wasn't ready to retire yet.
No,
he had thought about it for a long time.
But their ownership wanted him to leave and thought he was going to leave for a really long time. And he even maybe said, well, yeah, I'll leave in 5 years. And then he got to 5 years. And he's like, no, I want to keep on going. Well, then ownership finally was just like, well, no, you promised us that you were going to leave. And then they pushed him out.
100 times out of 100 times, you are better off keeping Ron Steele on the air for that community. There's no other side to that argument.
These guys have relationships with the teams, coaches, players that they cover. They know the history. They know other related stories outside the sports world that they can loop in. They know that they're one of you. They're one of us. And when you get rid of them, you lose more than just the, inches of type that they fill in your newspaper. You lose all of their connections.
And Mike will be able
sad.
to continue to work if he chooses to. He'll find something else. He'll find another opportunity if he wants. And it was interesting today. So much of the feedback was from people that would say, like, I didn't always agree with him, or sometimes I disagreed strongly with him, but I always was interested in his point of view or what he had to say. Well, that's what you want from commentaries and columnists. If they just said your opinion back to you, well, there'd be two things. You're either watching cable news or it's boring. Like you should want your thoughts challenged, and you should. That's one of the things I liked about Roger Ebert as a movie critic. Sometimes we'd have just completely different opinions about a movie I saw, but by the time I got done reading his column, I'd think, oh, yeah, I see why he came to where he is, but I still feel the way I do. But it's interesting we have such different opinions about this. So you don't want somebody you agree with all the time or who just says your opinion back to you. But
he was somebody that could provide you with unique content.
Yeah,
and those people are in great need today in media.
Yes, storytellers. And like today's column, where he doesn't sound bitter or mad or upset. He slips it in at the end that, there's new ownership and he's not going to be part of the movement forward. But the column that he writes about picking up this, what had been a college football star as a hitchhiker and the experience, and now hunting him down this week. And this guy's now in his, I think, late 60s, finding out what he's doing now, and that he's been a coach all these years. And he didn't remember Mike picking him up as a hitchhiker all those years ago, but said, yeah, that makes perfect sense because my car was breaking down all the time. All of this is in this one column. And he's like, and I'm being asked to leave. But the column shows you right there the unique voice and just this guy that he picked up as a hitchhiker after his college football career at Illinois, and then how he went on to be a JV football coach for several decades and what it meant to him, and they reconnected. That's the kind of thing the 23-year-old you hire in can't immediately replicate.
Yeah, I mean, we want a fair and balanced take. Well, you get fair and balanced takes. You're much more likely to get that from a veteran journalist who has all of these connections and certainly understands the importance of being fair, right? I mean, you burn one side, you burn somebody that you've got to cover in the future. You're not going to be able to cover him anymore. He understands that. And if you know someone for a long time, they may do something that upsets you, but you know them well enough to say, well, you know what though? He's fair. I have agreed with him on a bunch of other stuff that he's written previously. So I'm going to give him a chance. I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to understand that he knows what he has and needs to maintain here as far as coverage relationships go. And so he's not just willy-nilly throwing out a strong Stephen A. Smith take here. He understands that he is a member of this community, and he is, giving a responsible take here. And I mean, right. I mean, if it's somebody that that says something that you don't agree with, you give it a second take. You say, oh, sure. Okay, well, maybe I need to listen. Maybe I need to reconsider my point. Credibility. And you just can't bring in somebody new and that has credibility right off the bat. They don't have that. It takes years to build that and then maintain that. And Mike Loss has done that. And Mike Loss is a columnist. Greg Doyle is a columnist. They do the same job. They are worlds apart. Mike Loss is a genuinely nice man. He's a gentleman. He is a considerate, smart, intellectual, responsible man who has, taken his job very seriously the entire time that he's done it. And he doesn't just get out there and, throw bombs.
Right.
He's a considerate guy. Now, I mean, Mike, he's retirement age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
He's going to be
how
fine.
old he is. He's going to be, it's fine. But there's just no way that this paper is going to be better off without Mike Loss. I don't care if he's 100 years old. There's no way they're better off without him.
Iowa Sports Writer of the Year many times, and in the event he's watching or this gets back to him, just want to thank him for always being friendly and welcoming, not just to me, but anybody from WHO 13. New reporter like David Warrington or, somebody 25 years ago, like when you first got on the scene, Andy. He was always kind and welcoming. Appreciate that. Matt, I know you have a high today, so
Can I sneak in a
it's
high?
not Brock Purdy related.
Very conveniently, Iowa State Athletics released this video right before we went on. Let's play it.
They're wearing the
Signato
Signatos
is back
for Senior Day.
How do you like that?
I think this is great. I mean, the Cyclone script on the helmet is such an upgrade, and I think almost everybody agrees with that. But the Signato is so distinctive that this is kind of what they were after in the Texas game when they went to the Bugles.
Yeah.
And those were kind of a disaster. But when you have this unique nickname in all of college football, you're not the Tigers, you're not the Hawks, you're not the Bulldogs, you're the Cyclones. And it's so unique, you should have that jump out. It shouldn't be I-State where people are like, well, what no, which state is this that begins with an I? Is it Indiana? Is it Idaho? Is it Illinois? No, you should. This immediately tells you Cyclones. The script does too, but this is great. I'm all for it.
It's kind of funny the way they have to change the shape of the logo on the helmets these days because of the shape of the helmet has changed so much. There's just not all that empty real estate like there used to be.
That's right.
I mean, that face mask comes way, way over to the sides of the helmet, right over the ear hole there. So it kind of has to be something shaped like this, and even still, the part of the chin strap is blocking Cy. But yeah, I agree. I think this is cool. It's
Good
fun.
helmet.
I like Iowa State has really had fun with the alternate uniforms, and for a few years they were kind of fumbling around in the dark, but they're into a trend now where it seems like everything that they come up with has been a winner lately.
This has been their best uniform season that I can remember.
Totally agree.
I made the preseason prediction in our group chat that Iowa State would not wear the I-State on the helmets once this year, and I've been right. So,
final chance will be at Oklahoma State, right?
Unlikely. Although you mentioned Oklahoma State, I was watching. It was like 14 years ago this past week of the Oklahoma State upset.
That popped up on Facebook the other day, didn't it? On the 18th of November.
Look at those helmets. They just looked like plasticky, like terrible helmets with the I-State. Oh my gosh, we've come a long way.
It's also funny too, where I ended up watching the entire all the game highlights. Was on Facebook, and man, I didn't remember most of those players.
Me either. Albert Gary with a big touchdown.
Yeah, who was that? I don't remember him. The quarterback was
Jared Barnett.
Jared Barnett. I'd forgotten about him.
Went on to coach my son at Roosevelt.
Of course, we know Jeff Woody, but
no Jeff Woody. I definitely remembered him. But it's another reminder that to the guys doing Senior Day tomorrow, live it up, man, because this is your 15 minutes.
Soak it in.
It's running out. Soak it in, and to the fans too. I mean, the guys that you've really, really enjoyed, give it up for them. Make the extra, make the extra effort. Go down and take a selfie with those guys. Get a shot of them on the field. The ones that have really meant something to you, because you will get to a point really soon where it's hard to remember those guys on the field. And that sounds kind of morbid, but I mean, it's just college football, right? I mean, that cycle just keeps cranking out new names, faces, memories, and there's nothing to stop it.
Yeah, time marches on fast. It really does. Matt, one final question on this. The Signato's previous appearances, did it have navy blue on it?
Trying to remember the last time it would have been. Would it have been 2005?
But there was one of these, right? There was
it had navy blue in there.
The Hawkeyes called Bird in a blender. Or Cy
it was
in
definitely
a blender.
part of like this. I think Seneca Wallace's teams would have been wearing some of that blue. I don't know the last time we saw blue on a uniform, but this one doesn't have blue, right? It's just cardinal gold,
and it shouldn't
white,
have blue. So that's good.
That really.
I'll wear the blue for everyone.
Really.
Oh, you've got the blue. Okay, there you go. Let's get the buzz here on a Friday.
The Buzz. Brought to you by Logier Heating and Cooling.
Well, it is the final home football games for Iowa and Iowa State coming up this weekend. God, man, no breaking news here. The season goes so fast. Iowa State against Kansas, 11 a.m., Cyclones favored. Iowa against Michigan State, 2:30 p.m., sold out. Iowa's a heavy favorite, 17-point favorite. So let's move into a quickie poll from WCI Pools and Spas and Ames and Urbandale. And we don't need to see Andy in the spa again, Matt. Just go straight to the poll, if you would.
All right.
Thank
Quickie
you.
poll from WCI Pools and Spas. Will Iowa and Iowa State finish the season 8-4? Yes, no, only Iowa, no, only Iowa State, or no, neither? Yes is running away with it right now.
Yeah, I had them both finishing 8-4 a couple of weeks ago when AD asked this question, so I'll stick with that. I think they're going to win out, both finish 8-4, both go to bowl games that only the people who can afford to go on that vacation will truly care about a lot, but it'll be better than a bowl game at 6-6.
Yeah, that's one of those records that, like, there's a big difference in my mind between 8-4 and 7-5. You know, I know this is just one game.
Yeah.
That just seems like that's kind of one of those invisible dividing lines in college football where there's a bigger difference than it looks like on paper. But, well, I don't want to be the one to buck the trend and get negative on this. I mean, I think, you know, I think Iowa State is they some things went their way in the last game, but they have early in the season they were a much better team than they were late in the season. So if they play to their potential, they can win these two games, and I think they will. And
Kansas has been at times a problem. Was
Yes.
it last year that Kansas just put it on Iowa State?
Down at Arrowhead.
At
Right?
Arrowhead, right?
Yeah, that was a mess.
And I don't see any world where Iowa loses to Michigan State. This does not strike me as a team that just because the big goals happen, they're not going to come out and be ready to play. So I think Iowa.
What about
will
Nebraska?
roll.
Don't short
That's
the
at
Huskers.
Nebraska. Nebraska wants to win that game in the worst way. I mean, anytime you see a Nebraska fan and an Iowa fan arguing back and forth, and the Iowa fan is able to say, you do know Iowa has beat Nebraska 9 of the past 10 times. And it just like shuts the argument up and turns it back to, well, how many national championships did you win in the 90s or 70s? You know, Nebraska wants that one in the worst way at home. So I'd still pick Iowa, though. I mean,
I did too.
Yeah, Nebraska lost to Minnesota. Iowa beat Minnesota by 40, among other things.
I don't see Iowa losing either of these games.
I don't either.
Iowa State has got to they got to put it on the field because Oklahoma State is one of those teams too that, I mean, it's like they're going to have nothing to lose in that game and throw everything at the wall.
The college football schedule on NBC Saturday. I've never seen anything like this. So Syracuse plays Notre Dame at 2:30 Central. Then Nebraska plays Penn State, a game that before the season looked a lot more interesting, but that's at 6 o'clock. Nebraska with an opportunity there. And then Washington, UCLA at 9:30. This is all on, you know, WHO 13 locally here in the Des Moines area. And Andy, what's interesting about this, I can't recall a time we don't have any local news on a Saturday night. Not at 6, not at 10, not after a game. There's just no local news. And NBC is going to be doing more of this kind of thing because it's turning everything over to sports.
Yeah, I'm kind of jealous I'm not working tomorrow.
Be an easy shift. Couple of updates, maybe.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're right. I mean, this is the wave, right?
It's a way to get
coming
people
at
to
us
watch
right now.
Yeah.
It's a way to get people to watch, and it's just the importance of live sports, particularly football right now to these networks. If you've got it, you're not putting anything ahead of it.
Yep, and NBC just bought Major League Baseball, so the Sunday night baseball game is coming back to NBC. Rice football shows just how much the approach to alcohol has changed in college athletics. This is a poster for Rice's game Saturday. Free beer for students. Free beer for students. Now, of course,
how bad is Rice?
Yeah, I would say 3-4, maybe 3-5. They're playing North Texas, so they're playing a good team, and Rice is probably going to lose. But it's a night game.
They've only played 8 games.
They might. Maybe they're 4-5 or 4-6. They're not a good team. They're a little below average, and North Texas is good. But student ID, and you're 21, free beer for a night game at Rice. That's something unimaginable, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Free beer!
Yeah, you don't use those words loosely
with
on
students?
A college campus. Yeah. That's like pulling the fire alarm in the movie theater. I mean, people run around with their hair on fire.
I didn't look.
Stuff.
I didn't look closely to see if there's, what's the limit on this, or are these really small cups that they're going to use?
At the nest with valid ID, is that just one little area there, the owl's nest?
I would guess that's the student section, but
are you thinking it's like fine print, like on the Caddyshack, the Caddyshack caddy day at the pool?
So was it 5 minutes?
1 to 1:15 p.m.
Oh, 15 minutes. Yeah, that's great. Andy, I found an NFL photo from 1967 online I know you'll love. This is Jets. This is Sherm Plunkett. Now, he was 6'4", 310. That's become pretty common in this day and age. Look at the size of his head.
Is that Mike Garrett in the background?
It is Mike Garrett, the Chiefs' 5'9", 190-pound scatback. Mike Garrett, those classic keep you somewhat warm in the cold weather. Look at that field that's just chewed up from the cleats. Yeah, it's just a mess. That's a football picture. Look at the Garrett helmet with that crossbar. Like when you're a kid, you wanted to get one of those, have that bar in front of your nose like the fullbacks had.
Where would that have been? Would that have been that Kansas City's municipal stadium, the old stadium they had there? Yeah,
it's pre-Arrowhead. Yeah,
and that dude on
that field too.
Oh, so torn up. Yeah, the dude on the left looks like he's got like something going on with his pituitary gland or something, right? I mean, he looks like freakishly big, like a thyroid condition,
like an Andre the Giant type.
Yeah, like an Andre. And now they're just like normal looking dudes, or bigger than that. Yeah, I mean, really big.
Now they look like Tristan Wirfs, and they're jumping out of a pool with their
Who's
athleticism.
the gigantic Cyclone tackle?
Dom Orange.
No, not the defensive tackle. The right tackle, 69, the huge dude. Or no, the Miller, is that his last name?
With the big beard?
Oh, Tyler Miller.
Tyler Miller. That guy is – he's the one that's 6'9", right?
He's a building.
He's a big dude.
Humongous. And there's a bunch of guys like that. Remember Too Tall Jones was a foot taller than some of the guys standing next to him? I mean, he had
what a great nickname.
He's 6'9". There were 5'9" guys on that Cowboys defense. They were a foot shorter than Ed Jones. That was crazy. Yeah, I know. I tell it all the time. I remember working for the sports marketing agency in St. Louis when we had Brian Holloway come in, the Sports Illustrated posters, and he was having his Sports Illustrated poster shoot and all that. Brian Holloway, the Patriots, was the biggest guy in the NFL. He was a left tackle. He was like 6'7", 6'7", and he was 285 pounds. And his weight was just as impressive as his height, like 285 pounds. Wow.
Now he's a Dowling offensive lineman.
Yeah. Now, like I think there were 3 guys on Johnston's line that were 300. It's just unreal, and they're all athletes. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Iowa State women routed Drake last night. It was another big game for Audie Crooks, who has just reached another gear here early in the season. The Drake women do not have the kind of team and experience they usually put on the court. They're really missing Katie Dinabira. Be an adjustment. They're well coached.
Bunch of really good players.
Yeah, they did. It's going to be a little bit of a rebuilding start to the season for Drake, but Iowa State is really good. And the Iowa women had arguably the biggest win of the Jan Jensen era, upsetting number 7 Baylor. And Iowa looks good. And that Cy-Hawk showdown in December, which has often been great to see. I mean, the women's game, it's going to be these teams are going to be in the top 15 if things don't change when they meet in December. And that game will be at Hilton, because it's always the same location, same city as the football game. So it would be Hilton this year.
We've had a number of years recently where both the men's and women's Cy-Hawk basketball games have been very interesting matchups.
We got it this year.
Yeah, and again this year. It is funny though how the kind of the overall tone has changed. It seems a little bit without Caitlin Clark, without Fran McCaffrey, with Jan Jensen, with Ben McCullum. And TJ Otzelberger has changed the tone of that rivalry too. He's just not He's not a thorn in the side of Iowa fans, I don't think.
He's not.
He's not. It's just not his person. It's just not him. So it is I feel like it's a more respectful rivalry with both of these teams now. I feel like that. But it won't take much. I mean, all it'll take is right. I mean, yeah, them wanting the same players, or one game that was really hard to swallow for one of the fan bases. But I like where we're at right now with the Cy-Hawk basketball rivalry on both sides, but men and women. I like where we're at.
Hope you're watching the show instead of just listening. I know some of you are just listening, because I would like you to look at St. Joe's jerseys. Andy, do you think the font is a little small on the back of the St. Joe's jersey? Do you think they should make this a little bigger? Can you tell me the name of the player?
It looks like it says your name. I can't read that. Are you kidding? I
can't read it from here either.
Even these are. I'm reading
Toscano.
I got straight readers on right now. What is it?
Is it Glover Toscano?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what it is. It's small. I mean, if you're going to make it this small, where you need glasses up close, you need to have your cheaters on, and you need to be the guy sitting behind number 11 to have any shot at reading that. Just go with no names on the back of the jerseys. Just take it off.
Number 11 wearing the capri pants there almost. Well, he's got the leggings underneath them. That's a lot of coverage.
Interact on YouTube, on X. It's Murph_Andy. The email is Murph_Andy at iowaeverywhere.com. And it is all powered by the Cellular Advantage, and some big news from our longtime partners at the Cellular Advantage. Cellular Advantage now able to help you with any and all of your T-Mobile needs. You knew about the merger and that they were coming together, number one Iowa plan, number one U.S. plan, all that, but is now official and all gone through, and all the 35 Cellular Advantage locations can help you with T-Mobile needs too.
Which is great, because that's what we like about Cellular Advantage. It's not so much the carrier, it's the service that you get in these individual shops. So now if you're a T-Mobile person, you can go in there and you get to bother the same people that we do when we go in there. They're the best. They're patient
with me.
So good with us. Yep.
Although I think they had to be more patient with Andy this cycle.
Man, yeah, it did. Yeah, it took a while. But it's all good now on my iPhone 17. What do we have? An iPhone 17 Pro, Murph? Is that the one we've got?
That's a Pro, yeah.
Yeah.
That shoots good video.
Oh,
gosh.
Camera's
all right.
Great.
It is now time to find out what's bugging you.
Hi, I'm Tom Coates. If what's bugging you is your credit card debt, please call us at Consumer Credit of Des Moines. Since 1987, we've helped over 100,000 people, and we can help you.
Hey guys, it's Andrew in Des Moines. What's bugging me is that I've come to the realization that as long as Kirk Ferentz remains the head football coach at the University of Iowa, the Hawkeyes will not compete for a playoff spot. I know a lot of people have been in this headspace for some time. Maybe I've been in denial. I'm not sure. But Ferentz football, mucking it up, trying to ugly up the game, it just doesn't work anymore. And the results are there. We just can't hang with the premier teams in college football anymore. This is a new era, new conferences, way more money in play that's ever been in play before. And, I just don't see Iowa ever competing for a playoff spot while Kirk Ferentz is still the head coach. And he will be the head coach until he doesn't want to be any longer. And that's fine. He deserves that. But I think the realization is that Iowa is going to be stuck in winning 7 to 8 games, which is not a bad thing. But I would like to see them competing for a playoff spot.
Well, that's a thoughtful rant, and that person was not being hateful and being fair.
And there are a lot of people that feel that way.
They do. They feel like even though they're so close this year, I mean, you could look at the 4 losses and say so close. They're all one-possession games. So you can stand on the other side and say they're really close to competing for a playoff spot. And I know Scott Sipker had a rant this week that's kind of gone viral, just saying, if you think Kirk Ferentz should be replaced, you are an idiot. and he has a lot more to say than just that. But there are people who feel like they're settled into a spot where there is a ceiling and they're not going to go past it.
Yeah, and you have to kind of decide which side of the line you're on. Are you glad that you got as close as you did in some of those games or all of those big games? Mm-hmm. Or was it not close enough? Right? Did you take them, push Oregon and USC and Indiana to the limit, or did you have a winnable game that you just couldn't win? And we go back and forth. We jump over that line. Some games feel differently than others. Some close losses feel differently than others. But I don't know. There have been a number of times this season when I've watched Iowa play really well and better than I thought they were going to play in some of these games. And I thought, if they didn't have Kirk Ferentz, they would not be this close in these games. I felt that way in the Indiana game, absolutely 100%. Felt that way again in the Oregon game. I truly felt like Iowa's steady hand with Kirk Ferentz once again has benefited them.
And the be careful what you wish for is out there too. And then some people push back on that. And I get both sides of that as well. I mean, you have the cautionary tale of, look at Wisconsin, look at Nebraska. I mean, you can have it go down fast. And it's happened at Iowa before. Iowa had decades where it was a terrible football program. So it can happen the other way. But you have people push back on that and say, yeah, but if you don't dare for greatness, if you don't take a chance on finding a Signetti, then you don't get to experience the college football playoff. And you could go back and forth on this. You can see where people argue. The reason I like this rant that the gentleman just had is it wasn't hateful. It wasn't mean. He clearly respects and appreciates what Kirk Ferentz has done. He just feels like they're not going to get over the hump to the college football playoff, which is where most programs don't get.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're right up to the edge of the hump, though.
They are.
Sometimes they get all the way to the top of the hump and they just can't quite make it over. But I mean, would you rather be in Iowa's position or would you rather be Illinois? Would you rather be Nebraska? Would you rather be Minnesota?
Rather be Iowa than any of those.
Any of those.
It's easy choice. And there is something to be said for loyalty and body of work, and Kirk Ferentz has earned that. Andy, got a comparison from 80s Garage for you, 1980 versus 2025. I know you like these things. So the way it was then, the way it is now. So 80, 2025. Long hair, longing for hair. That's me, not you. 8-tracks, cataracts. KEGs, EKGs. Streaking, leaking.
Oh, okay. This is somebody that was alive in 1980. You're not comparing the values of each of these eras. You're talking about somebody in 1980, this is what they had going on, and in 2025, this is what they got going on.
Should have explained it better. Yeah, this is basically me.
Yeah.
Then and
kegs and EKGs. Yeah.
Oh, I said KEGs.
Yeah.
Kegs and EKGs. But yes, that makes more sense. Streaking, leaking, acid rock, acid reflux. Seeds and stems, fiber. Staying alive.
Hey, Murph, you know what seeds and stems is?
That's marijuana. Right?
Yeah, but tell me about it. Like what's going on with that? What does that mean?
I don't know.
Well, it means you're picking through your weed stash and you're picking out the seeds and stems, and maybe you save those because you have a day where you have no good weed left. All you got is seeds and stems. And you're like, nice I'm just going to have to smoke the seeds and stems.
Then you smoke the seeds and stems?
Yeah, that's the real thin day, right?
This won't surprise you. I've never done this. I don't think I've ever seen anybody go through the seeds and stems.
Well, it's a sad state of affairs.
Okay.
All right, staying alive and staying alive, the goal.
Yeah, the song versus the goal. Hoping for a BMW, hoping for a BM. Going to a new hip joint, getting a new hip joint.
Yeah.
Rolling Stones, kidney stones. Bell bottoms, big bottoms. Disco, Costco. Whatever, depends. Rock and roll all night, sleep through the night. Think you know everything, think you know your name. And then one more here, and thank you for keeping up with all this, Matt. How about this one? Are we aging better than previous generations? Because, Andy, look at these actors and the age they were in these roles from 80s Garage.
This always blows me away. This thing gets me every time. And sometimes I'll look it up just to make sure it's not bullshit.
Yeah, Red Fox, 48 in this
Now,
photo.
they've got some makeup. They've got some fake hair and stuff because they're trying to look older than this when they're playing these roles. But, I mean, honestly, you saw these actors. We saw them all the time. And they absolutely, even though they were dressed up for the part, they absolutely seemed way older than this.
Yeah, Wilford Brimley is the most famous example because people, when they turn 50, they're crossing the Wilford Brimley line. And often it'll be somebody like Paul Rudd, who looks 20 years younger than Brimley did when he was 50 in Cocoon, as we're seeing him here. I think the person that surprises me most is Carol O'Connor, Archie Bunker at 48, because that's not the makeup. That's just the way he looked. He's, a little heavier, thinning hair. It was gray. In my mind, he was in his mid to late 60s in this role, but he was in his 40s.
Carol O'Connor and Red Fox are two of the funniest people that have ever been on any sort of screen. Those roles were so funny. But I think I'm older than all of these people right now. That's crazy.
Thurston Howell was 51.
Yeah. Wilford Brimley, if you shave his mustache, you get rid of those old man glasses and that stupid fedora, and you kind of shave his head, I think you could make him look a lot younger. I mean, he's got an old kit going on right there. And then
what about Mr. Miyagi?
Pat Morita.
52.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be like 70, right? But he's a World War II veteran, which would have been early 40s in the early 80s. So that's a difference of 40 years. So
at least his 60s.
Yeah, anyway. At least his 60s. He's supposed to be in there. Alice from what was her name? Ann B.
Davis.
Ann B. Davis.
Ann B. Davis from the Brady Bunch.
Yeah, that always blows me away. 43 years old.
Look at that hairpiece on Mr. Roper.
Norman Fell. That was what was that part all about? We should do a talk about this subject someday, where like a show that you were watching as a kid, you watched it as a kid one way, and then as an adult you watch it in a completely different way. And as a kid you were like, what is this show all about? And then as an adult you're like, oh, I had no idea that's what it was about.
Three's Company.
Because Norman Fell was just like, what was he constantly just blown away by Jack Tripper trying to be gay, or
living with the two women?
And it's Suzanne Summers, who's like the 70s smoke show, right? Mm-hmm. And Norman Fell, what he doesn't want anything to do with any sort of sex, right? His wife is always hitting on him and he's just pushing her away.
He's a landlord, right?
Yeah, but he's just like, what is he doing? What's going on? Why is he so...
He's an odd character.
He really is. I mean, he is just like, what is he, a mushroom? He's just asexual. He's seeing Suzanne Summers spraying water all over a bikini on the porch, and then he's
not interested.
He's got nothing in the tank for his desperate wife. It's sad.
We didn't get to throwdowns.
And then Mr. Furley comes in. Don Knotts. How damn funny was he?
He was funny in anything he was in.
Oh my God, he was funny. That was a funny show. And John Ritter is one of the greatest.
He's going to keep going. He's got to start the open.
Throwdowns. It's Throwdowns. Backed by Heartland Tire and Auto.
He's rolling, man.
Andy really knows his sitcoms.
Oh gosh, he does. Yeah.
Now I don't know shit about him.
Yeah, back then you did. Yeah,
I
did. His dissertation on
it. But I watched it like in one way, and my dad would be like watching it in a totally different way.
Yeah, funny how that works.
All right. Heartland Tire and Auto Center bringing us Throwdowns, an authorized dealer of Bridgestone and Firestone tires. Murph, were you at Heartland today?
Not today, no.
No.
I've been in conversations all week. We're getting Cade taken care of. But seriously, I got to find some kind of community service award to give these guys.
Yeah, this is really nice of Kelly to do that. I mean, he's
so nice.
He's like giving you advice on used cars and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Kelly is a really good dude.
He is a good dude.
Really
Take
nice
good
guy.
care of you over there. All right, throw down number one here. Let's get back to some basketball talk. I know it's hard to get into basketball season when we're still in football, but we're getting closer. We had a good game with the Iowa women last night. The Iowa State women look very good. The Iowa State men are 16th ranked. The women are 12th. The Iowa women are 19th. The Iowa men are playing really well. They'll probably be ranked at some point this season. If you guys had to pick right now, which of these four teams goes deepest in the NCAA tournament?
Ooh, that's a good question. Boy, the Cyclone men look really good. I'll take a shot at saying the Iowa State women because they have a point guard that changes everything for what that team can do. And they underachieved last year, so it's a really motivated team. And they've come out immediately looking refocused. And they have Audie Crooks in the middle, which that's a big problem for most teams. They can't stop her. But they have an outside game, too. And they have one of the best players in the country in Addie Brown, and she's not Iowa State's best player. So I'll take a flyer on the Iowa State women.
I feel like we've got four really good chances at Sweet 16 teams here. I do. Maybe the Iowa women would be the biggest surprise there, but they're just better than you think.
Yeah, and they're going to move up this week in the poll considerably after beating Baylor.
Who do I think has the best chance of going past the Sweet 16, like to the Elite Eight?
Yeah,
deepest round.
That's what I feel like. That's kind of where I'm setting the bar there. I feel like it's the Iowa State men. I think they have the talent there. They have underachieved with good talent in recent years under TJ Otzelberger. But I do feel like at this point it's still so early in the season. You're just looking at potential and the roster, and we've seen nothing but good stuff from them so far. So I think that's where the bar is for me.
Yeah, the Iowa State men really have some great depth that they haven't had.
With
in
the
previous
others,
years.
I think I'm surprised if they're in the Elite Eight. I'm not surprised if the Iowa State men are.
The one that's going to be the most fun to watch, though, is if Ben McCullum can not only get that team in the tournament, but then win a couple of games.
I think they absolutely will go to the Sweet 16. I really do. I mean, we saw those players at Drake last year get into the tournament, beat Missouri, and they were really good.
Yeah, we'll see how good the Big Ten is this year. All right, guys, Scott Docterman, host of Legends and Listeners.
Jeez, I didn't know we were going to have an eye test here.
Well, they don't need to look at it too closely. I'll break this down. But he put together the full slate for the final week of the regular season in college football. Look how many TBDs there are. The Big 12, I think, has 6 TBDs.
My goodness.
This
look
the
at the
6-day
Big
window. And this is Thanksgiving week. We talked a little bit about this on Two Guys the other day.
This is the middle finger to the fans here. It's like, no, listen, we need all this money. We're taking this money. Sorry about your plan. Sorry you can't know a week ahead of time what time you're playing. Could be 11 a.m., might be 7 p.m.
Remember when we used
to wait
to get
and find out?
Kick times before the season? They'd put it on the posters and you'd know before the season started. How do we fix this? Is there any way to fix this?
I mean,
not if you take their money.
No. I mean, the problem is these are a bunch of games that fans may not go to if it's not at a time that's convenient for them, right? I mean, we are in the holiday season. It is late in the year. It's cold in some of these spots. These are not games that you can count on a fan base for. You gotta let them know ahead of time. You gotta try to work with the fans at this point in the season for a lot of these teams.
Wow. So, but Iowa State, Oklahoma State is in.
Yep, 11 a.m.
It's
11 a.m. Okay, so that's
Central.
good. And Iowa, Nebraska's in, so that's good.
Yep. All right. I'm picking out my Christmas tree tomorrow. We buy a real tree. We did the fake one for a while. We don't actually go and cut it. We get it from a place that brings them in from, I think, North Carolina. But when do you guys set up your Christmas trees, or when do you go cut them down, whatever you do?
Well, this is a This is a controversial subject in this house. Thanks for bringing that up.
You want me just to go and you just sit on?
Murph, when do you set up the fake tree?
We get that going in first week of December.
Yeah, we do it. We love it. It's all good. My mom is coming next week for Thanksgiving, and she'll be here. So we're gonna set up Kahala's tree, which is the one in the front that has the slutty angel on the top.
Oh. Did you say slutty angel?
Yeah, she's really a little
cleavage from the angel.
Yeah, there's some cleavage. She's a little too hot for the angel. Goes on the top. We talked about this before, but the
slutty angel.
Yeah, Anyway, another controversial subject, but she sets up that big tree in the front. And my mom will be here for Thanksgiving, so we wanted her to be a kind of a part of that. So we'll do that. And then we'll do the real tree, the family tree, a little bit later on, because you get that too early, and then it dries out, the needles are falling off, and it's a big damn mess.
That's throwdowns, guys.
Thank you, Matt. Confluence is the official beer of Murph and Andy, and Confluence is where good things come together. Andy, you were contemplating not having a Confluence beer here on your Friday afternoon. Are you going to stick with it?
Yeah, I decided against
not having a beer.
Look at it. I just pulled it out of the ice.
Ooh, Farmer John's.
Still got the ice on it.
You really like that Farmer John's.
I do. It's one of my favorites. But what's this? Oh.
That is a sound. I have Red Bull Zero. Probably terrible for you.
Whenever I take that first drink of beer, I always think of my dad. He would have the most satisfied look on his face when he would crack that. He was always a tall boy, and he would take this big loud sip out of it. He'd crack it open, and then he'd be like,
Budweiser?
It's usually Bud Heavy, like Bud Light a lot. He like back in the day, it was like something like a Falstaff.
Oh,
which was like St. Louis's other brewery.
My dad, I can remember early years. I don't know why I remember this, but I do. But it was Schlitz, and then it became PBR.
Those are dad beers right there.
Yeah, PBR. PBR, not a real good beer, but
when you have it on tap in Wisconsin, it has a different.
Yeah,
it hits different.
It has a nostalgic pull for me. Ready or not, Murph and Andy welcomes Scott School.
Scott School, Scott School, Scott School is cool. Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Scott.
Hello, Scott.
Andy and Keith were mentioning earlier. Well, Keith really mentioned that you need to mind your P's and Q's when you're in the hot tub. And the minding of your P's and Q's goes all the way back hundreds of years to the printing press, because you would have to use the same P and Q, both lowercase. You could just reverse them. Mm-hmm. And it would also extend to B and D. So you would have one lowercase letter that could go four ways, and that became the expression, mind your P's and Q's, because if you didn't, your sentence wouldn't make sense. And that's Scott School.
Scott School, Scott School, Scott School is cool. Yeah.
Was that a rerun?
I've heard the P's and Q's discussion.
Okay, so this is what I've learned about Scott School, that I will say something on the show, and then a couple months later, you guys will ask the question. I wonder why that is, and it makes me realize that I have to mention things multiple times to the audience before it sinks in.
This is for our benefit.
Absolutely.
That you're doing the
Has
same
nothing
Scott
to do
School
with
again.
me not being able to come up with something new.
Got it. Scott School presented by Carbless Premium handcrafted cocktails. We had some of these in the house last week, and the kids came over, and we no longer have any Carbless.
Yeah, they
went
go
through those
quick.
pretty fast.
Each flavor is really quite good as well, and I love seeing them proliferate. Procreate throughout. Yes, Carbless actually they procreate, and that's why they're in so many bars now. It's really cool to see.
Stupid quickie poll from the mind of Scott Sipker. How do you feel about the squatty potty? It's overrated. It's gross. I haven't tried it. Improved my experience. Now, if I'm understanding correctly, this is like just kind of a little mini bench or stool that gets your feet 8 to 12 inches off the ground to better
Van Winkle,
position.
start working on the picture of the squatty potty here, because I don't know what it is.
So it's it's like a booster for your feet, so your knees get up higher, so that
it just sits in front of the toilet there.
Yeah,
it's like
and
that like footstool for the toilet.
It's supposed to get the angle of your
to give you some torque.
Yeah, here you go. Get your it's supposed to help the angle of your large intestine, just be more straight so it doesn't have to
way
curve.
Too excited to be taking a dump. Look at this.
Way too excited.
Better not get too comfortable. His pants are up, man.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's gonna mud his pants.
Man.
Whoa.
All right, so I have never tried this. I'd be willing to try it.
Oh, you should try it. It's very much more comfortable.
What I see is an appliance under the toilet that is going to get splattered with urine and become a disgusting thing in your house.
See,
because it's not going to get moved properly.
No.
You guys have been to my house. I have 3 toilets, one upstairs in my bedroom, one on the main floor, and then I have one in the basement that's just a toilet. That's the pooping toilet. That's the best thrown in the house. And that's where I have the old squatty potty. And that's where the bidet is as well. See,
is that a buy or cry, Murph?
Oh, I think I'm going to cry. This looks like too much trouble. I agree with you. It's going to get left out and it's going to get splashed on.
Yellow.
And how is somebody asked, and it's a good question. How is this different from a step stool?
It's not. You could use a step stool.
You may not want to.
You could also use a bunch of books.
Scott, I got some breaking news for you.
Yeah.
Kemper Catholic 28, Van Meter 7. Congratulations to the Kemper Catholic Knights, state champions in football.
What? Oh.
Well, you finally did it, Murph. You found out a way to get rid of them.
He hates Kemper Catholic.
Does.
Do you know there is a Catholic school in 6 of the 7 state championship games?
I know that there were a lot of them. You had Xavier, Cedar Rapids Xavier. You had Bishop Garrigan from Algona. You had you got Dowling Catholic, and you got Carroll Cooper.
Go Tigers!
All right, let's get some more here on a Friday. Let's get some more.
Wait, there's more from Either Or Eatery and Patio.
Great time to try Either Or Eatery and Patio this weekend. All decorated for the holidays, tinsel. So beautiful in there. Fantastic new cocktail and menu items to go along with the change to the decor inside. You're going to have to check it out. I'm taking my mom there next week. I thought about going tonight, but I'll be taking my mom there, and she just
Am I invited?
loves it. Sure. Yeah, she'd love to see you. Come on over.
Your mom doesn't even know who I am.
She would love to meet you. She sees this podcast probably more times than
she's better at the podcast than she was the radio show.
Oh yeah,
the radio show about once a week. She would call during the show.
Yeah, the phone would go off.
But she doesn't do that now.
No. She watches. Fairway has opened its first full-size store in the Kansas City metro. Just in time for Thanksgiving. The store is in the fast-growing suburb of Basehor, Kansas.
There's no way it's called Basehor.
Basehor. Do you know how do you pronounce that?
Basehor.
Basehor?
It's not Basehor.
Well, I don't know. Is Basehor? Is that better?
Don't they hang
western edge of the metro? I lived in Kansas City for a short time. I've never heard of that place.
A Basehor. I'm pretty sure that's a name for a lady that hangs around, military facilities.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, maybe. There are a bunch of those Fairway meat markets around Kansas City, which fits perfectly, but not a full size Fairway grocery store. So congratulations to them, expanding now completely.
This is so hot. I'm sorry, I gotta take this off.
I thought he was going to show us the guns there for a second.
Glad he didn't.
Yeah, jeez. All right, let's pause for a quick dance break, and for that we're going to head to the Villages in Florida.
Okay. I have seen this myself in person so many times.
The Trump dance makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They're all doing it.
It does.
I've been at that exact place so many times.
Man, they get
And
down
seen
there.
it.
That
Yeah.
place is wild.
Yeah, it is.
What? Look at this. Look at this lady right here.
It's kind of a shuffle. It's more of a shuffle than anything.
Yeah, a lot of
Is
comfortable.
Elaine Bennis there?
A lot of comfortable footwear.
Gotta have it.
Very deliberate, comfortable footwear. A lot of braided leather belts and cell phones mounted on them.
Here to tell you, they sell a lot of cocktails and beer at that.
The Villages.
The Villages, yeah.
Where would you? What if you had to live there?
I think I'd have fun.
You would?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
To me, that looks like your version of hell.
Well, it's kind of like adult Disney World. You know, there's just there's stuff to do all the time, but it's
People
for
your age.
people at least 70 or maybe 60. Yeah,
A lot of golf carts and jean shorts is what it looked like.
It's golf and drinking.
This is a follow-up on a story that we broke last year here on More. A Des Moines man this week was sentenced to 21 years in federal prison for those get-and-go robberies back in 2024. Jeremiah McGregor is 23 years old. He faces 21 and a half years in prison. Court records and evidence presented during the trial said that between October 5th, 2024 and October 12th, so 1 week, McGregor robbed 4 Des Moines get-and-go convenience store locations while armed with a gun. During the above dates, he attempted to rob a 5th get-and-go. Remember that? The get-and-go robbery streak that this guy went on?
I remember it, but it just seems like eventually you got to move somewhere else or you're going to get caught.
It's like
He
the
and
sticky
another dude-
bandits. It's like the sticky bandits in Home
Yeah.
Alone. Like they know who you are now.
The wet
Yeah,
bandits.
you can't. He got greedy.
wet
He was
bandits.
just like, "Oh man, I got these. I got 3 get-and-goes, or I got 4 get-and-go. I'm going to try for a 5th one. I'm going to get away with all these
You gotta
get-and-go."
stop while you're ahead. Did they say in the report or in the trial how much he got away with?
He got
Allegedly.
at the get-and-go. Yeah, no, they did not.
Because if it was like $75 each pop, I don't know.
It
Might
could
be
have been a
easier.
big score.
and a couple
No.
of Scarface lighters.
Yeah, cups of coffee. That's it. All right, let's actually go back to Florida now for the funniest / not funniest / okay, definitely funniest DUI stop ever.
All right, can you turn that music down?
No, thank you.
Ma'am, roll your window down, please.
What's that going on?
Can you roll your window down, please?
Thank you so much.
Can you turn that music up,
Thank
please?
you so much.
Ma'am, I can't hear you. We need
You
to have
turn
a
it down?
conversation.
I love that song.
Okay, can you roll this all the way
I
down,
love
please?
that song.
Ma'am, roll this. I'm Deputy Schwartz, Sheriff Landon. Can you tell me what's going on?
Feeling good, yeah. Thank you, though.
Okay,
How old do you think I am? That's my age.
I'm not going to
Will you
guess your age.
Seriously, will you guess my age?
Can I just get your ID and registration, please?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Pussy?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna have you step out of the
Why
car.
are you a freak ass?
All right, you're gonna fall down. Can you stand up?
When you see your friends later tonight, what are you going to say about me?
Please stop leaning on the car and please stand. Stop. Don't spit. No spitting and don't lean on the car. Stop spitting. No spitting. Stop spitting.
You think I'm pretty?
My finger with just your eyes.
I'm a disabled veteran, by the way.
Focus.
You and I should get out of here.
Don't move your body.
You are under arrest! Are you right, hands on?
Yes!
God! I know the government, I know the president, I know the social services.
Turn around
I've been
and
going
put your
through
hands
a
behind your
lot.
back.
Like, I know it's not your guys' fault. I'm
Stop
going
resisting,
through like
lady.
a lot right now, and I'm on my period, and it's like I'm being choked.
You're under arrest,
I
lady.
know. I don't want to.
That's like from Reno 911 or something.
my
That's real.
God, that just
Seems like an improv bit.
just melted down.
I think
Blues Travelers is good.
Yeah, I think I see a little acting at the very end.
I don't know. No, don't go there, Murph. Why you got to do that? This is real. It's totally real. Why you got to do
Totally
that?
real. Okay, you're right. You're right.
In Lincoln, Nebraska, 29-year-old Morgan Williams will be struggling with what the proper etiquette is when you're not interested in the table full of food that someone has placed in front of her on Thanksgiving. She's lost 70 pounds since being on Ozempic and has found that her taste for some foods have changed and her appetite isn't what it once was. And this is a topic right now. Ozempic and Wegovy being very, very positive, are popular, and they work, right? I mean, people have lost a lot of weight, and it's great.
They do work, yeah.
But it changes kind of everything about you, not just the way you look, but the way you react to food.
And there's
consume
not,
food.
no pun intended. There's no free lunch here. What it does is it's muting your pleasure centers. And so the likelihood that you're going to be more depressed, sadder, not experience as much joy is increased. It's not for everybody. Not everybody's going to have that, but that's the downside of these things, is that it really can mute your ability to have joy. So hopefully we can find a nice balance, because having too much weight carrying on you is obviously
It's the number one health risk.
Really bad.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But do you have to stay on this, or what's the long term deal?
That's
here?
up to you. I mean, will you be able to not continue to eat at a surplus of calories when you're not on it? Hopefully, maybe you can get off of it, and it's just. But everyone's going to have their own different battle.
Yeah, and whether it's Ozempic, Wegovy, or it's the lap band surgery, the stomach staples, whatever, it changes your body, it changes your appetite, and the question is, if you're at Thanksgiving, what do? Do you take a full plate of food to look polite, then just eat a few bites and end up throwing the rest of it away, or do you take the portion size that you actually are hungry for,
yes,
and eat that? I think I agree.
I think that's the right way
I
to
think
go.
that's what you do. You're not doing it to brag. You're just saying, this is what I'm hungry for. But it's like there is that feeling when somebody only takes a little bit of what you slaved over cooking.
Yeah.
They only take a little bit of it. It's like, oh God, they don't like that. I mean, that always, when I make a drink for somebody and I give it to them and then they just let it sit there, it always makes me, I'm like, oh, I don't like that. And I feel really, really bad because I worked hard on it. But it's almost not like you need to wear a sandwich board as you walk in to the Thanksgiving saying, I'm on Ozempic.
And you should remember too, like last night, Jenny and I were at dinner at a restaurant nearby, and the manager told us he was on Ozempic and he had lost 80 pounds. But not everybody wants to share that. Not everybody wants to answer the question, hey, gosh, you've lost a lot of weight. Are you on Ozempic? So you have to watch for that too. Some people want you to believe that they just have taken better care.
This guy in the comments is saying,
I guess they have, really.
You guys on T are on Ozempic. That is not true. That is not true. That is, I have absolutely no change in my appetite. Not at all. Not in my appetite. It's not made me lose weight, I don't think, at all.
And my T is just from being macho.
It's just completely, it's
natural.
Completely false. Did you guys see what happened to the Miss Jamaica at the Miss Universe competition in Bangkok? Did you see that? She's on the stage.
She's beautiful.
This is real. She's beautiful. This is not AI.
Miss Universe.
Shut up, Scott. It's not AI.
She
But
kind
she's
of looks
walking-
AI.
Well, she's beautiful.
Nope.
Falls off the stage. So, I mean, it's...
Wow. That looks like is she okay? That's a bad fall.
Thanks for the rewind there, Van Winkle. Yeah, falls hard. Falls hard.
I mean, she definitely didn't see that coming.
I think we've all at one time or another in our life took a step where we thought something was there and it's not. And boy, is that a terrible feeling.
Oh, your heart.
Oh, jeez. I mean,
The,
she's just walking. She's sure that the runway continues, and it doesn't.
It's such a funny thing to think. Like when little kids, when you have little kids, they're falling down all the time. What if that never stopped? What if you just, as an adult, you fell down as much as you did when you were a kid?
Your bones are no longer spongy. You'd be in a lot of pain and a lot of emergency rooms.
Well, let's say everybody was fine though. But I mean, how funny would that be if you're just walking down the street and there's just every fourth person is just taking a tumble.
Flopping around.
It would have made Chris Farley a lot less funny.
Oh God, he
You
fell.
know?
His
He's
falls
falling all the time.
were so
Chevy
funny.
Chase doing the same thing.
A Florida resident, with the help of friends, used a snare and an axe to subdue a massive Burmese python. They had encountered Tuesday of this week on their way home from dinner.
Whoa.
It was stretched across the street. They killed the python, called Florida Wildlife Control, and they were like, okay, we killed this massive python. Those are a huge problem in Florida, invasive species. They're killing all the native mammals. They're awful.
They'll even
You want-
pay to kill one.
Absolutely want you to get rid of those. But they have so many of them that they called Florida Wildlife Control and said, okay, do you guys want to come get this python, this dead python? And Florida Wildlife Control was like, yeah, no, we don't have the time to do another manpower. Just throw it in the garbage.
Oh, my gosh. Just put it in the garbage?
There's probably some pretty good meat on that. Snake meat?
No, thank you.
Python?
Yeah.
You know what these
Rattlesnake
guys
good?
did? They put that python in the garbage, and they headed straight to the villages for some dancing.
Go put it in the village's dumpster, and then GTFO.
What would you do with it? What would you guys do with this?
I mean,
I
it's
feel
got
like
a
I'd
stick.
dissect it. I'd want to see what
Seriously,
its last meal was.
I couldn't put it in the garbage.
I mean, think
I'd
about
be
that.
haunted.
That was born in the wild, or it was released as a little snake, and it has grown that big. That's only 11 feet. They can get up to be like 16, 18 feet. It's crazy how big those things are. From the website All Recipes, polite moves that actually make you look like a rude dipshit during Thanksgiving. Okay, you think you're being polite, and it is not taken that way. Bringing your own leftover containers.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. That's very presumptuous.
Yeah, you're just going to take stuff home. I mean, sometimes people want to send you home with stuff, but then they'll provide the containers or like a Ziploc bag or something. Providing your expertise on how to prepare food that the host is cooking. Scott?
Yeah,
what do you
can't
think
do
of
that. That's like giving people parenting advice, especially when you don't have kids.
Bringing ingredients for a dish the host ends up having to make.
That is next level.
Because there's always plenty of extra counter space at a Thanksgiving
And time.
gathering.
The cook has plenty of time.
Yeah, that's lack of
Oh,
awareness
yeah.
there. Come
Yeah,
on, be considerate.
Asking repeatedly if you can help. You ask once.
Yeah, don't keep asking.
I don't even know if you should ask.
Offering to cook when you don't know how to cook.
That's a Midwestern thing, right? He's like, can I help? I'll cook something. I'll make the gravy.
The host ends up having to find a job that is
And then
low
they have to
level
do it
enough
for you because you don't know
and
what
then
you're
do
doing.
It. Oh God, right. And then suggesting a change to the place settings. Yeah. What if I sit over here because they thought about it?
Sit where they tell you. You're the guest.
Should you have place settings if you're hosting
do.
Thanksgiving? You do.
We do.
You put them on the plate.
Yeah, names on each plate, just so.
Have you
it's
thought
easy
about
and
it? Have
people
you
know where to
considered
go.
it? Are you the one that picks that out, or is Jenny?
Jenny.
I was going to say I trust her judgment.
Never crossed my mind.
Much.
I just be like,
far
everybody
ahead of
sit
yours.
where you want. That's what I would do. That's
All right, Scott. This is for you.
Okay.
From the bowels of Instagram. This is Ronnie. She knows exactly what she wants, and yet she's still single.
Date me because I am the opposite of your mother. I'm fun. I'm crazy. I'm wild. And we're going to have fun together. Let's go partying. I'm a senior beauty consultant with Mary Kay. So I host a ton of house parties. The parties get nuts. And it ends in a lot of sales for me. My worst qualities. Oh, why can't they just find that out on their own? Warning. Fine. I'm needy. I don't think I have been in love before. Wouldn't I know? My biggest fear is growing old and boring. Being with this person, I don't even know him anymore, and we're sitting on a big, ugly couch, and we're eating hot dogs and mac and cheese, and just catatonic watching something on the TV. That is my nightmare. I hope that does not happen to me. I'm a horrible cook, but I'm great. I'm great at being a guest at a restaurant, because I love going out to dinner.
Scott, are you going to be able to find her?
You know what? I think
At a
I need to
restaurant.
make one of these
Because I-
VHS dates. I can get that background. I think I have that same shirt too. So, what do you guys think? I'm a terrible cook. But I'm a great guest at a restaurant.
Oh
Hey,
my God.
Van Winkle, what do you, before we wrap up more here?
Yeah.
What do you think of this show?
I love this show. I don't miss an episode. What are you talking about?
I mean, but being in the driver's seat.
Oh, that's funny.
I love it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do
Hey,
we
you know what
set we set a good example?
Hey, this wide shot is exposing that I have some. My Irish
Hey.
poets aren't up yet. They're still just leaned against.
I got
the
a
Andy,
wall.
I have a treat for Andy, actually.
What's that?
The Moore team dug up some you remember that photo of Williams when he was like taking his shirt off at the TCU game?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The Moore team dug up some video of that. There's actually
good.
video of it. You want to see it?
I do.
Sure.
Oh my gosh, he looks like a lunatic. Wow, just flipping everybody off.
Man,
that tee's really got him some arm hair.
Yeah, and
Yes,
chest hair,
knuckle hair,
everywhere but his head.
Hope the boss is having fun in Vegas.
Me too.
Oh yeah. All right, that's your more, everybody.
Time for the Andrew Downs audio drop of the day. There's no Andrew Downs, but there still is the AD squared.
Yes, and it is presented by Andy.
Game Day Men's Health.
There it is.
Yeah, getting my tee shot today. Yep, feeling great about it, and you will too.
How much you benching these days, Andy?
I haven't done a bench press in a long time.
What's your bench? How much you bench?
man?
All I know is I work out 4 days a week right now. I'm 4 days a week. Yeah, it's
All right,
kind of slow
enough.
season.
Let's go. I got
but,
to
but I feel
Dick
great.
Van Dyke.
Yeah, that's right.
All right,
He's
AD
he's
put this
100
together. Hope AD's having a good vacation. He put this unnecessary censorship together. Enjoy.
Dark. You heard of those? In the dark. That's it. There's nothing weird, sexual. I mean, it's a little weird. The idea is simple. You turn out the lights while you're taking a.
So he's like the Jordan Bohannon of football.
Exactly. Without that long.
Yeah, without that.
The problem is he just gave a thumbs up. He's no, go back, Andrew. There's a thumbs up.
Yeah, you're right.
And there's a middle finger. Clearly, he has enough control of his dick. It's so.
It
gross.
can get your gag reflex going.
Totally, yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
I think the sink where you might be worse.
That's a tradition he brought from Drake. Walking around and in the fans. It's smart. He hits the ground. I turn around to walk down the tunnel. He screams for security. They push me up against the wall and me.
Oh man. Well, AD is not here, but his presence is known. Hope he's having a good time. Well done. Quickie poll results presented by WCI Pools and Spas.
Will Iowa and Iowa State finish the season 8-4? 57% say yes, 21% say no, only Iowa will, 14% say no, only Iowa State, and 8% say neither of them.
It'd be a real bad weekend for me if somehow Kirk Ferentz loses to Michigan State.
Oh, well, that
would be awful.
That'd be colossal
Oh,
for that to
man.
happen. Here's the stupid quickie poll.
How do you feel
Squatty
about the squatty potty? 64% haven't tried it.
You got to try it. It's good for your colon.
20% say it improved my experience.
No doubt.
11% say it's overrated. And 5.4% say it's gross, but they've tried it, I guess. That's still.
It is. At first,
almost
it's
40%
strange.
have tried it.
It's not part of our culture, but you should give it a shot. I think it's better for you.
What do you mean it's not part of our culture?
Well,
other
like
cultures.
if you go to Asian culture, like they're getting down, like they don't even have a seat. They're like this.
I've never been to I've traveled all over the world. I've never seen anybody that has better toilets than we do.
Japan?
Japan.
Have you been to Japan?
Japan.
No, don't they have that like? Oh yeah. They've got like that toilet room.
They've got it all.
It's like
all the buttons.
You get like a colon massage.
You get everything you've ever wanted.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that room. Yeah, they're actually like Home Depot and Lowe's sell Japanese toilets.
Oof.
They do?
That's what they're called. Yeah. They were like a warm seat. What's going on with the Japanese over there?
Well, they weren't allowed to spend money on military technology for a while there. So
they did.
They spent it on the toilet.
They came up with some good stuff. The South Park where what's his face's dad goes in there and he takes the dump in the Japanese bathroom. It's a great scene.
Thank you for making
Okay,
Murph
bye,
and Andy
Keith.
part of your Friday. Congratulations again to Kemper Catholic for winning the state championship.
Tuck
Thank
your
you
shirts
to
in.
Matt Van Winkle
2A.
filling
Who
in for
cares?
Andrew Downs. Nice job, Matt. And if you get a chance, please like, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you found us. And you can check out the merch store at iowaeverywhere.com. We're back Monday. We hope you are too.